So, Christian,
Hi.
did you like these episodes?
You want to get into that already? I mean,
No. This is just roll with me.
okay.
Did you like these episodes?
I mean, like, sorta. They were like, okay.
Okay. Just okay.
Yeah. Where are you going with this?
You'll see.
Justin, do you know what he's doing?
Not even just remotely. Although I am
right.
slightly offended by your take here, but that's a different story.
Okay.
Oh, so Justin, you like these episodes clearly.
I think I like them more than Christian.
I think you definitely
Okay.
like them more than me.
Okay.
There's a bait here, and I'm trying really hard not to take it. There's a landmine. I want to step on it.
The thing is, your foot's already on it once we hit record.
But we should already be recording, question mark.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Once you hit record,
That's what
you
he's
put your
saying.
foot on the landmine.
I'm scared.
Mhm.
You should be. Bomb Squad's 2 hours out.
They're not coming.
Can you at least
Did
read
you
the
call him
summary
off?
before I go?
Yes.
Sure.
Well, by you, I mean Christian.
Oh, me. Oh, right. Forgot that was my job this week. All right, here I go. Reading the summary now. That thing that I was told I'm going to do now. The summary of the episodes. In this
Go on.
week's 4-episode bundle, we were put in a chokehold, firmly but sensually, by some captivating storytelling. After rallying the troops, Leo once again gets to his feet and endeavors to complete the mission. This time, with help from Robin, keeping Sugar secured. Operation S.O.P. looks like a mission accomplished. However, we are once again treated to the absurdity of the hobby fruit, and now truly all hope is lost. With the weight of knowing that people were willing to die for his lies, Usopp runs back to the fight and confesses to everything. Despite admitting he was a scummy and cowardly man, Usopp affirms to the Tontatas that he will rise to the occasion and be a hero worthy of being seated next to Nolan the Liar. What happens next is both surprising and not. Now moving on to our much sadder plotline, the life and times of Lightning Soldier, formerly known as Kyros. A story about his origin, his imprisonment for murder, along with the guilt and self-punishment that comes with it. We see him transform from an angry beast to a family man who thought his daughter so pure he didn't dare to touch her with his bare hands. A beautiful life, all things considered. That is, until he crossed paths with Doflamingo and all went wrong, but more on that later.
Wow, that was beautiful, and I'm really sad I forgot to take the batteries out of my landline.
What?
So what does that mean?
Meaning, it's not going to get cut out by any of Dylan's software, so they're just going to hear a ring, progresso in the background of your sensual voice.
Just give him a heads up. Be like, mute Justin's audio track for the next hour and 30 minutes, and we're good to go. So One Piece.
Nice job, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I didn't practice that whatsoever. In fact, I completely forgot you wanted me to do anything remotely close to that. Until you said, and by read the summary, I mean Christian reads the summary, and I went, what?
I'm still just trying to figure out why you've read it so sultry.
I'm gonna be real. My brain was like, he only needs to read the first sentence that way, but then you committed, and you know what? It's better off for it. So I appreciate you.
Thanks. You didn't communicate that part even remotely, so I just figured I was doing the whole thing that way. So,
you know what? I think the subconscious version of me knew I should have kept it to myself. It was like, no. You know what? Inner Justin knows what Christian's actually going to do. Outer Justin, don't say anything. You're not smart enough to get that far. Let him handle it, brother. So shout out to inner version of me, my subconscious.
Cool. So, Devin, I'm going to reflect your question back at you. What did you think of these episodes?
At first, I hated them.
Okay.
But then it won me over.
Oh, okay. So,
because of a key thing.
Was it in Kyros' backstory?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Is it because we got an explanation for why he's the one-legged soldier?
Yes, that's part of it.
Part of it. There's more.
Do you want to just dive into the Kyros stuff right now?
Well, since you're bringing it up, why not?
Okay, so this is the landmine. Kaboom, Justin.
Oh, Justin's dead. Sorry.
Kyros is the berserk we have at home.
What?
Yep, it is literally like a parody of Berserk.
Elaborate.
Okay. First, it's a guy who's literally just a berserking rampager, right?
Okay.
Loose cannon kind of thing. Doesn't know why he's fighting. He just fights because
Well, he knows why he's fighting.
Well, yes, but later on he struggles with it internally.
Okay.
Everyone hates him at first. He earns their respect by being great at, all the fighting and everything. What else? Loses a limb via self-harm to achieve a goal. Fights with overly sized weapons.
I don't know if I can get behind you on the weapons
very
part, but
loosely. Sure. It's very like everything, like all the aspects of it. It's almost like it was clearly inspired by it, but he's like, okay, instead of his left arm, I'm going to be like his left leg. Instead of, the best friend betrayal, it's going to be technically best friend betrayal, but he not of his own accord. There's a lot of parallels to it. And the entire time I was like, this is just Berserk Mom, can we watch Berserk? No, we have Berserk at home.
No, we have One Piece backstory.
Exactly. And I was just like, I don't hate it. I love it because I love that, that story. Oonga Boonga Man, doing Oonga Boonga things.
Uh-huh.
And it was just, I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Justin, can you check up on the Kyros wiki and see if there's any mention of this being a direct reference to Berserk?
I did. No one mentioned anything about
it.
Indirect reference to Berserk?
If it is, no one's put two and two together yet.
Devin, you might have an original theory on your hands here. You might be the first person to ever care enough.
Devin's the only Berserk fan in the world,
Well, oof. I mean, that part's not true, but maybe he's the only crossover between One Piece and Berserk.
I'm the one that goes, it's here.
Yeah.
Look, that's a Berserk reference.
It's him.
He's got a...
Look, the guy's just guts.
He's doing the thing.
Now, if they had really doubled down and given him like a black sword, that would have been the nail in the coffin. Maybe a little too long.
He doesn't get a black sword.
Isn't he the black swordsman?
The black swordsman. It's not a black sword. He wears black.
Oh, that's lame. Give him a black sword.
I mean, I agree, but
Shut up, Kirito.
I mean, then it'd be like, he has the black sword. He's the black swordsman. And then he can be the black swordsman of One Piece, the same way Kirito is.
Because Guts doesn't originally wear a black outfit. He wears a red cape just like Kyros does.
Oh, okay. There's another one then. You're adding to the pile. I like it.
There's also, the final scene before he gets turned into a toy. He gets, first he's pinned down as his friend is, being taunted in front of him by a villain, i.e. Doflamingo. And he, when he cuts off his own leg to do a last little hurrah to save the person, it's almost like, granted, it's not one for one because the other one's obviously Berserk is more graphic of what is happening and the context of why, but it's a similar this is a kids friendly version of it. There's also a lot of similarities of dealing with grief and anger and trauma. Lots of that. There's a lot of similarities. He has a scar on his forehead. Now, granted, it's not his left or his right eye, but they have to be a little bit different.
Did Kyros have a scar too?
Yeah,
when on his forehead.
When King Riku busted him open after the fight, you see a scar on his forehead.
Oh, right, after the 3000th win. Got it. Right.
Yeah.
Guts has a scar in his nose.
What's Guts' scar from? I said, what's Guts' scar from?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Well, I'll say this. I never thought there'd come a day where your Berserk in, what do you call it? Fandemonium. Knowledge, thank you. Would ever come in handy to the show. But today's the day.
Wait, is it actually?
No.
I don't know any of this is true. I don't suspect it's true or not.
I thought you could. You just confirmed because I know you.
No. Not confirming
anything. Connecting enough dots.
Yeah, you're connecting enough dots for me to be like, that sounds plausible. Sounds good to me.
Also, the princess, that is also it's a wrong parallel, but it still fits. It's like they merged the two characters into one.
Does Guts get with a princess?
No.
Hmm.
But the because technically it's this is a looser one.
They put it's
To be fair.
complicated on their Facebook profile.
No, no. It's more of like I'm squishing two characters into one. It's Guts and Griffith, because Griffith goes through a transformation at the very end, like a physical transformation.
Oh,
and spiritual. Griffith gets with the princess.
I see.
He gets with the princess.
Wait, does Guts get with Griffith?
That's the big question.
So are you like using the transitive properties? So like Guts got with Griffith and Griffith got with the princess, therefore Guts got with the princess?
No. It's more like Griffith thinks he owns Guts. Like he's quote line, "I own you."
I see. It doesn't sound like he thinks. It sounds like he's very confident in it.
Yeah, but it's very again loose. Transitive is very no, not at all. It's just there's parallels. Like if I see what's his name, Kyros being the combination of like if Griffith and Guts were like squish like together, this is one person. There's a lot of parallels.
Gotcha.
Cool. When I made that joke about you getting a Berserk podcast episode like a month or two ago, I didn't think it would come to fruition this quickly. Or that it would happen at all, frankly. I did cross my toes and after all.
Cross his toes, cross his fingers, cross his eyes.
There's a lot of similarities, and it's just like, that is weird. Dude starts from literally nothing, becomes a great commander of a military. Oh, yeah, that's another one.
All right, well, now you're just bragging about it.
Well,
I think, Devin, truthfully, I think you should just like go to r/One Piece or something like that, type out this theory, and then
get about 3 upvotes.
I think there's traction behind this.
Then somebody will repost it and get 100,000 and all of the Reddit karma.
I don't know how Reddit works, but that sounds awful.
But that person, because he blew up, he'll see all the spoilers, and I won't.
That person, whoever the person is that went out of their way, probably caught up. Yeah,
and they'll probably get death threats.
Well,
but you know what? That's them.
That is true. That is them.
Interesting. Moving on to actual.
To actual
Kyros, actual One Piece.
Continuing with Kyros, minus the Berserk parallels. I thought this was fun. I was wondering when we would eventually get the Kyros backstory after it was revealed that the Lightning Soldier was Kyros last week. So I'm kind of happy that they've gone about it so soon instead of waiting like a while. Like this felt like a pretty good spot to kind of insert it into the story. It was applicable.
See, I mean, on the big scale, yes, but it did just feel kind of like, all right, we're gonna, like the old fashioned, like, we're going into a flashback, like, like the wavy screen and everything like that. Like, why are we going into daydream mode at this exact moment?
Trauma.
Well, they're in a lull right now with Luffy and Viola and Kyros in Lightning Soldier mode still. They're just sitting outside Doflamingo's room waiting for them to not be toys anymore. So
I gotta say this, speaking of that scene alone, the moment Lightning Soldier / Kyros was like, I think I could use this sword. Like, he just gets a sword.
Yeah, he pulled out of his fucking ass crack. Like, what?
No, it was leaning up against like a wall or something.
I didn't see it.
Like on the opposite side of the hallway.
He's been fighting with a rifle for like months.
Well, yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it for the small fry. He needs a sword to take on Doflamingo.
Now he's finally decided, what if sword?
Well, he's deciding what if sword when he becomes Kyros again. That's what he says. Is like when I'm myself again, I'll use this sword. It's pretty good. It looks pretty good.
But also,
and the sword was sitting against the wall.
But also, the rifles were the small fry. Also, he wasn't necessarily trying to kill them. He's trying to kill Doflamingo, so he needs an actual weapon for that.
Yeah.
Also, side note
to the side note.
Is the wound gonna be open when he turns back into human?
Nah, bro, that thing got cauterized the second he sliced through it.
I wonder. That's not how that works.
He sliced so hard, so fast, he cauterized it as he was passing through his own femur.
It's not a lightsaber.
Well,
it's a sword.
Yeah, well, he swung it so fast it caught on fire.
He swung it with passion. So much passion it cauterized
the fiery passion in his heart.
Yeah, man.
I hate it.
Is he just gonna get a leg back?
No, I'll tell you what he did. In the instant just before he got turned into a toy, you remember Hunter x Hunter when Netero squeezes his thigh muscles so hard that he closes the leg wound?
What a scene, by the way.
That
believe
he
it.
did that.
That guy's a beefcake. I believe he could do that. So let's just, I guess, chronologically go through his
Like, I
backstory
just
real
can't
quick.
wait for the scene when he turns back and he just bleeds out and dies.
Jesus. My man gets one berserk parallel. All of a sudden, people are going to start bleeding out to death on screen. What, bro? We're still in One
it'd
Piece.
be
Calm
glorious.
down. But going
He
through
just
his
passes
backstory real
out
quick.
from nine collective years of blood loss. It just all catches up to him at once.
I mean, like, surely, like, it's cauterized, not
That's how he defeats
cauterized.
the flamingos with a tidal wave of 9
Oh my
years of
God.
leaking blood.
That's metal as shit.
Doflamingo's gonna see red more than just through his glasses. It's just gonna be blood.
He won't see anything then. He'll just be wondering why everything is getting swallowed up by an invisible force, and then it'll just be that tidal wave of blood from Kyros's severed leg.
Surely it's like made a giant scab by now, right? Like, surely that's how that works. You just get the
No.
platelets and start pumping.
That's
That's
been
the thing. The
accumulating.
toys don't have open wounds. They don't even have fluids on the inside. So it's like, how does it work?
You know, on the flip side of things, he got that injury and then turned into a toy, so it transferred for when he was a toy. Do you think like the Iron Giant bumps in his hat are going to transfer into his head when he becomes human again?
Like, I don't know. We've never seen someone be untoyed
I
yet.
actually had this theory too. Justin, I'll let you get back to like actually explaining Kyros' flashback in a second. But I thought the other day, do you think all of the time just catches up to them? Like the nine, but this is both on the toy side and the people remembering the people who got turned into toys. On the toy side, it's like all of the 9-10 years or whatever of fatigue that they would have, if they were human, would have felt from literally never
is it
sleeping.
Be like coming out of a coma,
Yeah.
like they're not going to be able to physically
Is
move.
like 10 years of fatigue and body strain going to catch up to them? And similarly, the people that are still humans, are they going to go insane from all the memories rushing back into their heads of the people that they forgot over the years?
Okay.
Imagine that. I mean, it's not going to happen, but imagine.
I don't think the whole toy is gonna like catch up to, like, that's all magical bullshit. Everyone's gonna be fine when they turn back to a human or whatever. However,
We're not going to have this actual existential dread, is what you're thinking.
I think it would be, I don't know if this is gonna happen or not for the second part. I think the first part, no shot. Second part though, I think you're onto something. I do think that it would be pretty kind of like funny, but not really funny, but funny to me, funny if like everyone turns back into a human, right? And then the memories of like hundreds of people just starts flooding back into everyone on the island. They're like,
Yeah,
Everyone
that's what I'm saying. Like they just start going mad. Like suddenly their brain, where there was empty space and smoothness, there's now being shoved memories that have been gone for years and years on end.
Oh God, I fucked a toy, which was my
Jesus
neighbor, not
Christ.
my husband.
Not exactly what I was thinking, but
There's some toy fuckers out there.
I
let's be
no,
real.
I mean of course, but we
Someone
literally
diddled a toy.
saw them in
Someone diddled a
relationships.
toy in that universe.
Not even someone. There were many someones, but where do you think
Okay.
they got the baby toys from?
okay,
That's the other thing. Like, what if the baby toy is not actually a baby? Like, what if it's just a grown man pretending to be a baby? That's even fucking
Yeah,
weirder.
like Senor. What's his actual name? Senor Pink, right?
yes, Pink.
Yeah, like he gets turned into a toy and he becomes baby.
Okay, potential third option. What if like the hobby fruit works in reverse, where it's like you either have the memory of them being a toy or you have the memory of them being themselves, but you can't have both? You know what I mean? Like, what if everyone switches back and no one remembers any of the toy shit?
Oh,
That's
an idea. I mean, I still hate it, but like, I like the idea is there. I think it's interesting within the confines of what we're fucking stuck with, but like on a fundamental level, it's just the reverse of what the hobby fruit does anyway. So like, I hate it on principle, but I think that's a plausible theory.
I don't think it's gonna
that would
work like
that would
that.
save a lot of people some therapy and trauma, like Devin was talking about
Saving
with
100 years of memories from flushing out your brain.
yeah, just like remembering that you screwed the neighbor toy, not the husband toy. So like It just doesn't exist anymore. It's just replaced with the human memories again.
Everyone gets a hall
you haven't-
pass.
Yeah, everybody got a hall pass. Yeah, it's the pass fruit.
Honey, I swear I didn't remember you. You don't remember.
I know. Actually, that is the problem.
That is a conversation I've had.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Context.
Yes, please.
The way I phrased it.
Please. For God's sake, please.
If I don't text my girlfriend like for like 30 minutes or something like that, in the sense
are
like,
you,
let's
you
say
get
like,
one of those "Are
like,
you cheating on me?" texts?
No, not even. It's more of just like oh, you did like I'll like be like, oh, it's been like a couple like hours since I've chatted with her. I should probably call her, see how she's doing, see how her day was. Be a good boyfriend. And then I'll call her and she'll go, "You remember me? A morsel of attention." Yes. And so that's why I made that joke of like, oh my God, yeah, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't remember you. Like, you didn't exist in my brain. It's like, you forgot about me.
Yeah.
That's no, I did not do that. I did not cheat on my girlfriend with a puppet.
The only ones with the trauma are going to be the people who were turned into the toys because they remember both sides.
Right. but the people who weren't turned into toys are going to have to deal with the aftermath.
Yeah, well,
like,
like they can't remember what they did anymore, maybe, but their partners did who were turned into toys, and so it's just this weird conundrum. And basically, what I'm saying is, invest in marriage counseling.
There's no bright side here. Everyone loses. Everyone's losing something along the way, man. There's no good options.
So this also delves into the old conspiracy that I had about divorce court.
It does. You're right.
Divorce court theory is dead. Technically, we're just getting a lot more, but it's not Kyros' divorce story. It's
everybody else's. It's everybody's.
All those toy fuckers.
Yeah.
There's marriage counseling stocks are going to be through the roof.
Oh yeah, everybody's
going to
go
get your masters, go get your license ASAP.
Everybody's going to be in on couples therapy.
It's just going to be one giant circle of like an AA meeting. Yes, I slept with a toy. I didn't know my husband was not that toy.
Oh man, this is a great tangent. Back to actual One Piece. So quick gloss through the side story.
One Piece.
Yeah, you want to put us through Kyros' backstory now?
So we meet Kyros. It's what was it, like 15 years ago? I don't remember. It was many years ago. We find out he grows up in the slum of Dressrosa. He's just a poor guy. Our opening scene to him and his backstory is he's fighting everyone, mostly the army, and they can't handle him. This guy's too good. Don't know how. Don't know where the fuck guy's training from. And King Riku arrives. He's like, "What's troubling you, my boy?" He's like, "I grew up in the slums, and me and my best friend just got jumped, and he died. And so now I'm angry. I'm gonna make it everyone's problem." And so he does. Somehow King Riku convinces him to like calm down long enough to be like, "Listen, what if I just throw you in the gladiator pit? All right, you get to let out all your fucking anger, and if you win 100 matches, your charges are essentially wiped free. You're going on parole."
Well, to be fair, he doesn't immediately tell him that. He just goes like, "Hey kid, come with me," and so he does for some reason. And
That's
then
tricked you.
Yeah,
You're in a gladiator now.
Yeah, and then Kyros throws him in the gladiator pit and says, "Ha, you're entertainment now, idiot." And only after his first fight, seemingly, does he go. And Kyros questions what's going on. He's like, "Yeah, you gotta win 100 of these suckers before we can let you out of there."
And he does so rather quickly. I think within a year, maybe.
Imagine if like that's what getting
it was
arrested
like a couple
was
of
like
months
in real life.
Yeah, I think he did it in like 3 or 4 months because he basically did it in like he basically fought once a day, more or less, and so he did it in like 3 and change months.
Imagine if that's how getting arrested was like in real life. Like, "Hey, you, I know you're going through, I know you're robbing a bank, you're going with a rough time. Here, come with me. Haha, psych, you're playing for the NFL.
You're a linebacker now.
You're a linebacker now. Okay, you keep you. Oh, now you gotta get to
who
the
gave
playoffs.
him a knife?
Oh God, who gave him a knife? Up. Okay, now he doesn't want to leave the NFL. Okay, well, 3 seasons later.
Yeah, 3 seasons and 3 Super Bowls later.
Now marry my daughter.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Riku doesn't offer up his daughter. I'm also slightly also slightly off put with the timing, with the time,
the year difference, the age gap.
Yeah, there's like a 10-year age gap. I think Kyros is 25 and Scarlett's 15.
I'm gonna mention this. I'm gonna touch upon it, and then we're never gonna talk about it again. Up until last year, I want to say October. Let me rephrase my sentence. So prior to October of 2023, the age of consent in Japan was 13. After October 2022, it was raised to 16. This doesn't make it any better, but it explains how Japanese society may view this particular relationship as probably not a big deal. We here on the West do not share these sentiments, and we were going to move fast as now.
Okay. My only sort of consolation here is that they're a bit loosey with like exactly how much time passes, but I'm fairly confident that at least when they have Rebecca, she's like 20. I feel like a couple of years passed because Scarlett does look older in that first kind of scene where they have baby Rebecca. So they offer up no time dilation, no passage of time here, but they make very minor efforts to make Scarlett look older. So that it kind of doesn't refrain from the part where she falls in love at like 15 or 16, whenever that pirate attack happened. But when she has the kid, I'm pretty sure she's like at least 20. That's all I'll say. That's my only like give to the show.
So I'm not saying that that is what's it called. That I'm just going to explain from what I'm thinking of right now. It's funny how like older, like for example, if you're a 30-year-old marries a 40-year-old, no one cares. Shift the age 5 years, then the lower you go, the more sus that 10-year gap between partners.
There's a lot of nuance there that gets removed over time.
Right like because like 20-year-old 30-year-old, that's fine. Most people don't really care about that necessarily. It's a little weird, but it's not as bad as a 16 and a 25-year-old.
But again, like I don't know what stage. I'm pretty sure she's not 15 when they get married, and they fake her death.
I feel like they implied like a lot of years, between like the jump of her getting kidnapped and hugging him to him quitting.
There's like at least a couple of years. I don't.
We can hope.
Well, I
think it was at least 5 years.
I think it's 5 years to the point where Rebecca is born. I think Scarlett is like probably 20-ish when Rebecca is born, or if not 20 on the dot. If I had to like put a guess on it, or a hope rather, I would it maybe 17, 18 is when they fake her death and then they get married and run off or whatever.
Also, excessive elaborate wedding. Let's be real.
Okay, Christian, I have potentially good news. According to the wiki, Scarlett's age. I'm struggling to say this. Scarlett's age at the moment of her death was 25.
There we go. All right, that's like acceptable, right? Kind of. All right. So like Rebecca's a sentient human being.
Yeah, she has sentience. Hello, welcome to humanity.
Yeah, like she speaks words and relative sentences. So she's probably like 5 years old there, maybe 6. So
Rebecca?
Yeah, that works out. Rebecca's born in like
Rebecca was like really young. I thought she was like 2, maybe 3.
5 is no.
I would have put her at 3.
Fucking babies don't talk like that at 3 years old. What are you?
Yes, they do.
They do. I am in the presence. I have known many 3-year-olds, Devin. Most 3-year-olds do not talk like that.
I have a lot of 3-year-olds.
Me too, buddy.
I don't have any 3-year-olds. Anyone want to trade me a 16-year-old for a 3-year-old?
They are 3 and they won't shut the fuck up.
She talks in complete sentences. 3-year-olds do not talk in complete sentences like that very often. I don't know what fucking boy and girl geniuses are in your family, but
anyone want to trade one of their super rare 3-year-olds for my common 16-year-old?
No.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to make a trading card game joke here.
Yeah, he's making a trading card bit.
No, I get it, but at the same time, what the fuck,
I
bro?
don't know, man. I'm just trying to participate, also move us on. I don't know, man. It's got weird.
I mean, we can move on from this.
That was Fishman Island, Justin.
What does that even mean?
There is at least I guess definitive evidence then that Scarlett was not 16 when she had Rebecca, and we'll leave it at that.
Wow.
She was probably
Dylan,
20
please
or
cut
21.
all of this, please.
It's Dylan isn't listening. Dylan isn't here.
Anyway,
All
so
right.
so yeah, he won over 100 matches, and they were like, "You're free to go." And then someone in the crowd said, "Fuck you, you're still scum." And he was like, "Well, the people hate me, so I'm gonna stay here and punish myself." Fast forward to 1,000 wins. People are starting to like him because he's really good at what he does. And he's like, "Wow, the people love me. Time to hate myself and feel really guilty about the crime I committed." And so he's, writhing with
I don't
grief.
think that was the one time. I think he's just been religiously going through that moment, like, nightly.
The way it's portrayed made it seem like a fucking switch flipped, where he was like perfectly okay with himself, and then 1,000 wins, people start cheering for him.
He was not
He's like,
perfectly okay with himself. He was never perfectly okay with himself.
I think he was okay
I
being
think it
a
was
raging
just like
beast, and then he had thoughts. He had sentience.
I don't think the first scene we see him where he's like looking at the blood on his hands. I don't think that was the first time.
Mayhaps. I hope so, because otherwise that was a really weird transition for him to suddenly have. But how'd that make you feel, by the way? Just like the grief he feels and how it's portrayed, like cinematically, where he kind of reenacts or relives the experience or whatever.
It's very real. Like, I've heard people who've gone through traumatic stuff like that happens just like that. Like, people who served in the war, like they wake up and they try and wash blood off their hands that isn't there because it was in a dream, but it was the blood from that day. Like, it happened. Like, stuff like that happens, and it's really unfortunate.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so, like, to me, it was just like it was like, oh, this is this arc is covering trauma. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Understand loud and clear.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like
and I respect it.
There's a lot of trauma in the show when you like take a moment to really pause and think about it. Obviously, like looking at all the toy stuff, right? But it doesn't hit you, or at least for me, it doesn't hit you like as square on the face as his Kyro backstory does. And I don't know if that's just because, there's no like playful imagery being used. It's like very, like in your face, like there's no sugarcoating it kind of thing, which I appreciate. I think it's pretty good. It makes it for good storytelling.
It was very tasteful how they did it because they didn't treat it like a joke.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they treated it seriously because it is, a serious issue. Like, it's like this, like from my perspective, this whole arc is like almost like, okay, last arc was talking about slavery. This arc, we're going to talk about, traumatic experiences and, pushing beyond them.
Mm-hmm.
And like, coping with them and dealing with them and, handling them.
Speaking of those 3 issues you just brought up, we fast forward again to the 3,000th match Kyros is in, where he ends up in the ring with their familiar face, Ricky, aka King Riku, and they're seemingly at a stalemate, although Kyros is clearly like not breaking a sweat. And Ricky,
Morty, we're in a stalemate.
I don't know if Ricky speaks to him or what's his face? Kyros just recognizes that it's King Riku, and he's like kind of stunned a little bit. So King Riku like gets a hit on him, and that's his like one and only scar and like piece of damage from all these matches. He eventually, knocks out the king, blah, 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 wins the 3,000th match. And I wish I could remember the line exactly, but I remember Riku talks to Kyros and he just really expresses to him that like, listen, man, if you took a moment to pause, you would recognize that you're not the same person you were at like, how old was he? Like, was he 25 when we met him? I forgot what age he was. But he's not that same guy that committed that murder.
When we first met him.
15.
15. Yeah, that's
what I thought. He's 25 at this point.
So yeah, he's not the 15-year-old that committed a murder when like he's sitting in that ring, and even probably way before that, right? But he just couldn't let himself see that person. He was like so distraught with what he had done. And so Riku tries to convince him to let go of that man, or rather beast that he called him. Let go of that beast. You're now, a man with compassion and thought or whatever, and humanity. And instead of living your life where you're basically asking for someone to kill you, or just like instead of just trying to punish yourself for the rest of your life, go live your life, but give it meaningful purpose. In this case, go protect people instead. You took a life away, go preserve one. And so that's when he decides to basically kick Kyros out of the gladiator arena. He's like, I'm no longer letting you sleep here. You're getting out of here. I'm going to join my army.
Rent's up. You gotta leave.
Except you also got to upgrade. So he's like, hey, bad news, you're getting evicted. Good news is I got you a new spot, and it's even better. It's kind of nice if you.
It's like an upgrade plan with Verizon. Instead of downgrading by being evicted, you're getting upgraded.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, you couldn't pay rent this month? Well, congratulations, you got a new house.
No, it's more like you've been paying your rent on time for 10 years straight. Congratulations, we're upgrading you. It's like getting your seat upgraded at a baseball game randomly.
Awesome. So that happens. He's now tasked with protecting Scarlet and Viola for the royal army and the palace and whatnot. Also, okay, this is a small thing, but it makes me personally upset. I think it's ass backwards to have Viola's fake name be Violet, because I feel like thematically, or like there's a theme there of having two daughters, one named Scarlet, the other named Violet. They're both colors. They're both like kind of shades of red, all right? Or like, they're similar grouping. And the fact that we named her Viola instead of Scarlet, or excuse me, instead of Violet, like as her actual name. Something about that just makes me irrationally upset, and I need to express that. And now I have. So thank you for listening.
Yeah.
We're going back to Kyros. He meets Scarlet and Viola. Scarlet hates him because she just sees him as a murderer, which is basically Scarlet looks at him and she just says all of the negative thoughts that Kyros thinks to himself, but like out loud, which is a little funny. And then we fast forward to some pirates attack Dressrosa. They get their hands on Scarlet. Kyros eventually chases them out in sea, beats the brakes off of them. Did he cut the boat in half too? Like, did I miss that?
No.
He cut the sail off.
Yeah, I think he cut the mast, but still impressive. He fucks that boat up.
He fucked that boat up. Scarlet then falls in love with him for some reason. It gets weird because even he's like, maybe we shouldn't. And she's like, I refuse. And he's like, okay, please reconsider, but whatever. Some time passes.
Another parallel to Berserk right there.
Some time passes. Kyros goes up to Riku and he's like, hey man, I really can't do this job anymore. I quit. And he's like, you haven't fallen for my daughter, have you? And I think he says no. But then Scarlet walks into the throne room and she's like, Father, I'd rather die than like not be married to this man. So either Kyros was lying or like he basically just got his hand forced into marriage. I don't know.
He's a suitor.
Well, I think Kyros does admit it himself before Scarlet walks into the room, because I think Riku gives him a look or says something else, and then Kyros admits it, and then Riku is like, well, we can't do that because societal laws or whatever. And then Scarlet walks in and goes, I'd rather die. And he's like, well,
we could do that.
Fuck, here we go. Oh, yeah, we could do that.
It was like a cut screen.
It was.
It was a hard
I'd
shot.
rather die. Death.
And then she's dead.
So I honestly don't remember this backstory at all. I had no memory of this. So seeing that fucking cut screen to her fucking funeral threw me on the fucking floor out of my bed. I was like, what is this? What do you mean?
There was no like build up. It was just like, I'd rather die. And she did.
And so she did. Narrator. And she did.
Insane. It was
so Riku shoved the knife through her heart.
It blew my mind, man. Because like the idea of like, literally rather dying for love or whatever, tropey, but like the level of commitment that was displayed here today, unparalleled.
Sure. But also the commitment of the dad, Riku, like the fact that he's still like, I still want to be a grandpa, so I'm going to wear a mask like a Batman. I'm going to try to visit my granddaughter.
Yeah, that was weird. It was like, okay, I understand you wearing the mask for other people, I guess, quote unquote, but like, why do you wear it for your granddaughter? I don't know. He was on something.
With how they portrayed it, it's like they visited like every week, and it's like at that point, why did you even fake the death? Like, you might as well have just like said like, "Hey, people, shut up."
Yeah, he's the king. Surely no one would have said anything about it.
Yeah,
like, I'm in charge. Shut up.
I feel like maybe they could have gotten away with just saying, "Hey, my daughter's gonna marry this guy. You all love him. He may have murdered a couple people like 15 years ago, but hey, he's pretty cool now." Like, I feel like we could have gotten away with that. Didn't have to do the whole like Scarlet dies thing. But whatever. I'm not the king of a kingdom. So what do I know? At the end of the day,
I don't understand social norms or care about them, quite frankly. So whatever. kingly regal stuff that I don't care about, right? And so we get to see Kyros and Scarlet be in love. They live out in a little cabin in that flower field, that famous flower field, right? And they're just chilling. The royal family visits them, frequently. They have Rebecca. Everything's great. I do think it's kind of poetic, and both a little sad, a little cute that Kyros looks at his daughter
Mostly
and thinks
sad.
of her. Mostly sad. He looks at Rebecca and she thinks she's the most pure thing on the planet. That he refuses to like hold her with his bare hands. He always wears gloves.
Another parallel to Berserk version to touch.
All right, now I'm just thinking you're lying about all these things.
Yeah,
No,
now you're just
that's an
making things
actual
up.
thing.
Yeah, man.
No, that's an actual thing.
So that happens, and they live a happy life. Everything's going pretty swell, and then Doflamingo attacks, and so they're on the outskirts of the capital. They don't really know what's going on. Kyros, makes her run for it. He says, "Hey, you two, wait for me in a different flower field. I think like there's like a different colored one, a more secure
There's
location."
a lot of them.
He said, "Hey, stay here. If things go bad, meet me in the secondary location." So he goes out to the palace. He knocks on the door. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's greeted by Viola, who's like basically being held hostage by the family and what's her face? Monet. He's escorted to the throne room where he's encountering Doflamingo, basically sizing up King Riku to like decapitate him or whatever. Kyros gets like bamboozled. He fights off some goons, and then he's chained up with Sea Prism, which is apparently really hard and can't pick up by sword. Kind of lame, awfully convenient. And so King Riku's held hostage, and you can see just like all the frustration on his face, where he's like, "Man, like this sucks." And he feels bad about the whole situation. And Doflamingo's getting ready to swing at King Riku, and he's taunting Kyros. He's like, "What are you gonna do about it, loser?" And without even thinking, Kyros just goes, shing, cuts off his left leg, runs at Doflamingo, then, sugar happens, and we get the first Hoppy fruit example. And yet somehow he manages to grab King Riku and jump out the window and
This is
save him.
the most wild part.
Yeah.
This is just complete and utter nonsense. Like, he immediately gets toyified jumping at them, but then somehow still manages to grab Riku from underneath the foot of Doflamingo, where there's a sword at his neck and 5 other executives standing right there. He still
It's like we
somehow
got,
manages it.
It's like we got the theatrical cut and we need the director's cut showing the scene of
This
him.
is
and, like,
this is the stuff that like we're supposed to be watching the normal episodes for, where we don't get cuts like this from One Piece. That felt like a One Piece cut where like there was a scuffle that just got thrown under the bus because like who cares? He gets out. That's all you need to know. Like that was the episode. The episode when he's a toy flying through the air and he has Riku and they jumped out a window. What? What? And then Sugar just conveniently forgets to make the toy contract to whatever.
Okay. My time for my copium. What I think is the case, it hasn't been stated explicitly, but I think what has to happen in order to make the contract, she has to like be touching you, and for whatever reason, she like slaps Kyros, turns into a toy. I could be wrong.
It's not true. It's not true because not only does she not have to be the one, but other people can give the orders because Treble gives orders too.
Well, that's because Rebecca. I'm not Rebecca. What am I on about? Sugar first gives who was that? Cavendish or Psy? One of the two. She first gives the order of you have to listen to the family members, and then Treble gives an order, and he's like, "Well, gotta follow that one now because that's a family order." Blah blah blah.
Counterpoint, Justin. The Tentata toys, when she like beats the fuck out of all of them, turning them all into toys, and then group like spams like kill your friends. She does not have to physically hold contact to make the contract. She just goes tap 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 your toys. Haha. Kill each other.
I thought I had something here. I really thought like, oh, she hasn't made a contract. She isn't holding him. And yep, you know what? Plot hole. Just forgot. Oops. Or maybe better copium. She never knew until afterward. I don't know.
Surely not. Well, I don't know. It'd be pretty lame if they just went, oh, that was the first person she turned into a toy.
Not impossible. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be lame or not, but it happens. Somehow he successfully hides King Riku. He then goes out to look for his family, or he goes. I think so. Yeah, he hid him out somewhere, and King Riku lived. Right, successful hiding.
Like that's like the thing that I couldn't really like. That's the part in the timeline where I'm confused between because like we don't really get the explanation of where Riku was before. Just
he was around.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's like was he already in the Gladiator pit? Did he just show up in the Gladiator pit? Like I'm talking like current events. Like Riku was in the gladiator pit.
Yeah,
shit.
like he was in his Ricky disguise again. That was the
right.
although that was
That's where I'm confused. Like,
How long has he been in the arena?
Because I was under the interpretation that Ricky was like Doflamingo had captured him and then put him in the gladiator pit as the king, knowing him he's the king in the gladiator
he's
pit.
just been like hiding somewhere this entire time. And then when this tournament happened in the present day, he donned his Ricky persona again to try and fight. So that was the first time the Coliseum has seen Ricky in 10 years because the announcer guy is very surprised at this mystery man.
Okay.
So like he was just chilling somewhere for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was with the Tontadas or not. I don't think that's true. I think he was just hiding like in a hole somewhere.
Didn't he look for his granddaughter?
Who knows? He probably was just hiding in a hole somewhere until the time was right.
Why
yeah,
didn't he look for his granddaughter?
Extreme shame. Same thing Kyros was experiencing where he was just giving up.
also probably didn't want to risk getting caught with them or whatever, like compromising two people's locations, you know? Who knows? Could be a myriad of things.
We gotta speed this up. We talk about Kyros for the last 45 minutes here.
Well, it's a lot of good stuff. So yeah, Kyros goes in hiding for a couple of days. He goes to find his wife and kid, and lo and behold, he rolls up on Diamante, capping his wife straight through the chest. And then we get one of the saddest scenes.
And you're to blame.
One of the saddest scenes in all of One Piece. This is, I think, what was it? I wrote it down somewhere. I think it was like 970. What am I saying? 676, I think, is one of my now new favorite episodes because it's so goddamn sad. Kyros holds Scarlet as she's dying. She's like, I don't know who you are, but like, please go give my kid this bread and cheese or whatever. And he speaks to himself what hell it is to know that like because of this tin body, I can't even feel my wife's warmth leaving as she dies. And it is, bro, I'm in shambles. Like, that man, the fact that he's even put together at all is a miracle.
And they do the thing where the rain falling down his face looks like tears.
Man's got it rough.
So, side note,
Okay.
Justin.
Yeah, what'd I do?
Oh,
fuck you.
What'd I do?
You know damn well what you did
Genuinely
Sounds
don't.
like
Please
he
explain.
doesn't.
yesterday.
What'd I do yesterday?
The hype train that you chewed because you were like, oh my God, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to watch your episode? I have the receipts.
well, I mean, a couple of days ago, he said in the chat that 674, I think, was his new favorite episode.
You're right. Thank you.
And I told him to
Fuck
shut up
you.
then.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, 674, ironically, has nothing to do with what we've talked about for the last 45 minutes.
Bazinga. I lied. Eat shit.
So,
Still, fuck you.
okay.
I'm not, listen, being opposed to
674,
spoilers,
I
understandable.
hated most of it. 674, I hated most of it.
How dare you?
I got audibly angry.
Okay, maybe that's fine, depending on what you're angry about.
So let's talk about
Yeah, maybe we're talking about it now.
That's where I was leaving. I gave you the alley-oop and you just looked at me, man. He's like, ooh, a ball.
This just like reminded me like of how much it reinvigorated my hatred for Usopp.
Mildly understandable.
Like before it was like, oh, he's not as bad of a coward. Like he's just like scared. He's still putting up a fight. Like we saw that on Punk Hazard and Fishman Island. Like he's doing his normal shenanigan things, but he's not a coward. This one, nah.
I agree. I think for whatever reason,
Big
Oda
angry.
made a pretty big like swerve in his character in terms of progression where like Usopp's always been a coward, right? But he always like buckled up when it counted. And then he gets a post time skip and it appears that like, sure, he's still a coward. He recognizes that he's just a lowly human in a world full of monsters, right? But he tries a bit more and he's got some extra bravery to him, right? We see that for the past like 2 arcs, I think it's been. And then we get to address Rosa and all of that seemingly just disappears without any real explanation.
Vanishes.
Yeah.
It's just like gone. Like he literally is like doing like it's like we went back to like
when we first met him.
The blue
Yeah.
when we first met him. It's like no, like he's progressed as a person. Why are we regressing all of a sudden to then try and build up this hype moment for him going like don't get me wrong, when he comes back I love that, but that long drag out of him running away and just really hammering in the shitty nature of him.
And we've been getting it for like
Also-
episodes past. When he first meets them, he's just lying and lying. And
Yeah.
Robin's like, so like, you're going to like
Right.
help them out? He's like, no, I'm just
But,
here to
like,
take their food and
they
leave.
really milked it and it made me angry.
I think you should.
I'm so
because-
glad you feel this way because the entire time in these two episodes, the first two episodes is really like 673 and 674 is where we get this plot line coming to a head, and I just can't tell you how much I couldn't stand watching it. It was just,
oh my god, it was
so
the same
annoying.
shit over every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it was the little Tontatas standing up again for the 80th time and fighting for their beliefs.
Even the Pika dying.
Yeah, I know, but they're not dying. Like Trouble is stepping on them, and they make the biak sound or whatever noise it was, and he was like,
let's be real.
"Oh, that's their death noise," and then they're still fine. Like it's just, I'm not fine, but they're not dead.
That was interesting because like even after you first see Leo like be okay, it's like you lose a little bit of the impact of like, oh my god, they killed Leo. But even like just the act of Treble stepping
Leo's
on them and them going
times.
like popping, it still made me like icky. I'm like, like I know they're fine now, but like, it still hurts to watch. Maybe it's just me.
I felt bad for the Tontatas. No, I mean, I felt bad for the Tontatas. I knew they'd be fine, but the whole time I'm like, this is just awful. Like they're
torture.
They're doing
literally
all the heavy lifting here, and they're calling out to this fucking asshole who's 8 miles away already, like, and only hears anything because Treble left this stupid intercom on. Like Usopp would have been in the next arc already if the intercom wasn't still on. I just can't.
You know what?
Not
what
even
makes...
the hype. Sorry, I'll let you go. Not even Devin said he was like, I don't know, what did you say? Like you liked the part where Usopp came back finally.
His final line where like he comes back and he does like his big hurrah. Like sure, it was nice and it did hit, but it doesn't make up for the bullshit.
Yeah, the line is cool. Could have done it without the running away part. Like he could.
Like if he had just done it right then and there, that would have been fantastic.
I think Usopp stepping up finally when, like, if he was there the entire time, Usopp stepping up finally when they're getting bad choice of word on my part. When the Tontatas are getting stepped on by Treble. That feels like a great moment for Usopp to be like, all right, this is the final straw. I'm coming out of hiding now. And then he can do the whole spiel still about being a liar. Stop calling for Usoland. I'm Usopp. I'm a pirate. I'm not your hero, but I'm going to be now. Or I wasn't your hero, but I'm going to be now. That could have been great if we just didn't do the running away part. I was already annoyed with Usopp and the whole, like, every time we flashed back to him and Robin with the Tontatas, he was always trying to think of a way to get out of the situation.
Yeah, he was constantly being sleazy.
He was constantly being a sleazeball about it. And I was just like, all right, I just like brushed it off because we would be there for a minute or two and then the Tontatas would do something cool. And I'd be like, all right, this is fine. Now it was such a front and center feature of the episodes. I hate it. I couldn't stand it. I hated the first 2 episodes because of this.
It royally pissed me off. And then on top of that, because we don't even get a genuine fight sequence either. Like we get like 2 seconds where he shoots his his abilities, whatever, not his abilities, but his stuff that he does. He does Usopp things, pulls out a 1,000-ton hammer. Like we get that, but then it just like we go through randomly through the backstory of Kyros, and then it cuts to the end of Andy lost.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Even the part where he initially gets in the fight and he throws those shuriken stars and he cuts Treble into a couple of pieces. In what world do you really think you won that fight just now? You cut the snot guy into a couple of pieces when you already watched him be like a gooey mess jumping all over the place.
Okay, to be fair, even I didn't recognize that he was a Logia up until he did that. I was like, oh, he's just like a goo.
Dude, it oozes Logia, literally.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It was not made clear to me personally.
I think he gave in to the idea that he beat an executive of the Don Quixote family a little too easily. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just mad that there wasn't more of like showing a fight.
Yeah,
like it was just like there was a fight, we cut it, and it's like why am I watching this? And then when the final, like after, finishing the, the later episodes of Kyros' backstory and seeing episode title, The Death of Usopp, I was like, good.
Right, hold on. Calm down.
My head when I read that title was good.
Is this the new Sanji should have died in Skypiea? Usopp should have died on Dressrosa?
Yes. Yes.
This is the worst timeline.
Yes. Good. He should be dead. I'm pissed at him. I don't think he should be dead long term, but he definitely should not have a pulse.
Like right now, like Chopper can come by and revive him in like an episode or two, but like be dead now for like temporary.
Exactly. He's dead to me now.
Oh man.
However, the scene where she feeds him the Tabasco, that was so damn good.
In a vacuum, that's awesome.
Right. Like that was hilarious.
This is a great way to have Operation S.O.P. actually come to fruition. Task failed successfully. That is correct. This is hilarious. This part is hilarious. I like this. I need the Markiplier. Yeah, I need the Markiplier memes. Like this is disgusting. This is art.
So hold on, now I gotta ask, because essentially this is post time skip, quote unquote, modern One Piece's version of the Enaru face. Do we think this surpasses the Enaru face?
No, not even a little bit.
No.
What are you talking about?
Just had to ask. It was a worthy question.
Nothing beats the OG.
Although at the same time, it's kind of terrifying seeing an eyeball curl.
That's fair.
That just seeing his tongue and his eyes turn into curly fries.
Yeah.
that is haunting.
What a description.
That's not the same as an Enaru face. Enaru face is pure comedy because it's shock. This is
my man turns to a curly monster.
This is body horror.
This is body horror.
I can't wait for
watching
you guys.
her reaction was pretty good because her eyeball broke through.
Yeah,
her
her like Chunibi glasses.
I wanna.
It was so good.
Okay, I'll just
Justin,
say.
What does he want?
That.
What does he want?
Wait, did I go beep boop? Did I?
Okay,
Discord?
You're back. Okay.
You know
alive.
what? That's a sign. Discord told me to shut up about what I was going to say, and I'm going to listen to it.
Okay. Great. Thanks, Discord.
Thank you, Discord.
Yeah, I'll bring it up next week when it comes up, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully it comes up. Anyway, so yeah, that's how we mission failed successfully. It was great. I understand Devin's point of view, and I think it's very understandable and logical, and it is very valid. While I also agree that, like, Usopp being a scummy guy, hated it. Don't know why Oda wrote. I can't speak English. I don't know why this character made a sudden regression to like level 1 for some reason. As far as I remember, this hopefully doesn't happen again. We're back to hopefully the Usopp we got from like an arc ago. And it's all up from here. And we're still well on the path to God Usopp, baby. Trust me. I know it sounds crazy, especially now, given what we just saw.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
I've never wanted to press X to doubt harder.
I've already pressed it. I'm holding the button.
Oh, yeah.
I understand your skepticism. Trust me, it's going to happen. It's going to be great when it does. But yeah, that's the majority of the episodes. It's basically all that happened.
One more thing. There's one more thing we got to talk about.
Go on.
Raggedy Robin.
Oh, okay. Remember in that same chat you mentioned before how I mentioned, hey, I just want to be angry with all of you today? It's that time. What absolute bullshit that Sugar gets to use her power that way. This is what you want to be
angry?
I think it's bullshit.
But we know... No. This is almost the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
No. Absolutely not.
We have seen time and time again that things that affect Robin's extra arms affect her. She feels pain when they get stabbed or when they get cold.
But like,
this is the biggest continuity.
Like, they are always still connected to her main body. So things that happen to them happen to her.
I just hate it, bro.
This is crazy. You're crazy. What are you talking about, man?
How am I possibly alone on this shit? Are we not all angry by
this? There's a cause and effect, like, and it's consistent.
Yeah, this is one of the only consistencies. Oda actually got his own rules right.
As soon as I saw those arms come out, I was like, oh no. That was the first thought.
Whatever. All right, that's basically all the episodes. The other little 2 side things, we go to the Coliseum, same shit, different day. Diamante's causing emotional damage to Rebecca by saying, hey, I killed your mother.
He's just casting psychic damage. He's using vicious mockery. Yeah.
And then in the palace, we see Luffy and Viola catch up with Kyros. They make a breakaway to, they're basically hanging out right outside Doflamingo's throne room. Law is just sitting there King Ruku's in the back. They're all just like, we need to go now. But they're like, no, wait for Usopp. And the only other thing that's like kind of important is they ran into Gladius, one of the family members who has the pop fruit, who he just kind of reminds me of this old Atari game. I think it was called like Bomberman, where like you basically just have like an air pump.
Bomberman.
And that's basically his power. He just inflates things until they go boom.
So my first reaction to him was because when you first see him blow up his arms, like you don't think pop, right? You just think, oh, strong, right? My first thought was, oh my god, his devil fruit is Popeye.
You almost got it right.
Right? Like I was halfway there. but then like, oh, just the fact that they actually like described a grenade going off, essentially, like the actual effects of a grenade, which is shrapnel flying around from his hat.
Yeah,
that was sick.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You know?
Oh wait,
go on.
Was your thing going to be related to Gladius? Because mine isn't at all.
Yes.
Okay, say your thing.
Quick thing. It blew my mind that a couple weeks ago, Tekking made a random video about Gladius. This arc is like well over 5 years old. I don't know what made Tekking talk about Gladius and this fruit and this character out of seemingly nowhere.
Did it pop your mind?
It did pop my mind, Devin. I can't confirm. My mind.
Yeah,
popped.
dad joke.
His mind popped.
I especially because like we're in this arc and Tekking knows we're in Dressrosa, but he doesn't know our timeline. Anyway, it just seems like kind of convenient. I'm like, bro, it's been like years since this character's ever been relevant. Why are you making a 20-minute video about him? And why is it kind of cool and interesting? That was my only thought.
He knows.
That was my only thought. I thought it was kind of fun.
He knows. He follows us.
I hope so. That'd be kind of cool.
I hear you. I see you, Tekking. I don't know who you are, but I see you.
Okay,
so what's your thought over there, Christian?
I have that. It's not so much of a thought as it is a question for Devin.
Oh boy.
What did you think of Kirimo and what do they call him? Shit. Don Quixote do Flemon.
Where did that come from? That's an awesome nickname. Hold on.
In my subtitles, they epitaphed him when he first appeared in front of Gladius, and they called him Don Quixote do Flemon.
That's
I didn't
great.
get that.
I love that.
But seeing him, I was like, yes.
He didn't have the top knot. He actually had a blonde wig on.
I feel like it was peeking through somewhere. I feel like I saw it.
The shadow gave the forlute of a top knot, but the fact that that it worked.
Oh well, of course it worked.
Immediately doesn't.
I mean, of course it worked because if you can slap any budget dollar store cosplay on somebody in this arc and it'll be perceived as a different person.
Sees a man holding 3 scissors. Zoro.
Oh,
I see.
You are Zoro. Yeah. It was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. It was so good.
And what was best about it is that it was short and simple. Like it didn't like drag on. Like it was just like quick, done, he's gone.
Yeah.
There he is. Update. Bye.
We get that little peek of plot that Kanjuro was once in the toy pit, but somehow escaped, and then we cut away. We don't hear nothing else about it again. So
we got backstory to get to.
Yeah, we got Usopp being an asshole to get to.
My blood boiling still from that.
Yeah, so I wonder if Kanjuro is actually still human or not. Presumably yes, but he could have been turned into a toy and escaped somehow. Maybe this is another case of Sugar forgetting to apply her contract, but I kind of doubt it. So it seems Kanjuro has some ability.
Like if he was a toy, he would have appeared doing toy things already.
I mean, he might have. We just didn't know. Like, he could be one of the toys sitting in the docks over there, like during this Sugar and Treble fight. Like, he could be there, but I think I doubt it. I think he's probably still a human wandering around somewhere. And I guess somehow he has an ability that lets him get out of that pit that all those other strong fighters were unable to get out of. So
he's gonna have the slip fruit because he slipped out of there.
Right.
I want to
and before he has some other like devil fruit as that's a reference to Japanese folklore.
I want to propose an idea.
Oh no.
So Kinemon's trying to find his buddy, right? He wants to rejoin with him. He's chasing after him. Every time he gets close to him, Kanjuro just changes location. What if this is a running gag for like a while, and they don't reconnect until, if ever, a different island.
Well, sure, why not?
Honestly, I would not be surprised. And the fact that you're phrasing it the way you do, I already hate it, and I feel like that's the case.
like buggies his way all the way back to Wano without Kinemon realizing.
What if I told you Kanjuro's journey becomes a cover page series? And it's
Oh
about
my
him
God.
going back to Wano.
Actually, though, that's kind of funny. That's a little funny.
I hate it.
I don't know. I kind of like
it. At
it.
the same
Yeah, I
time.
kind of like it.
It's one of those things where it's like Buggy. You hate it, but you enjoy it at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be down with that. It's like
Cool.
we just never see Kanjuro ever.
What if Kanjuro's not even real?
He's a conjured up image in Kinemon's mind.
Exactly.
Excellent.
It doesn't
anything you
really
wanna talk
explain
about
why
else?
Momonosuke knows him though.
He supports his dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also,
That's fair.
there is a condition known as folie à deux, translates from French, I think. Madness shared by two.
Fall Out Boy album.
Great Fall Out Boy album, by the way. That was the last one I bought and enjoyed. Love that album. Also, their newest one, something about Stardust. That one's pretty good. Anyway,
You know,
Folie à deux.
they are called Fallout Boy. Wait, right? And but the band
No,
has
it's
multiple
Fallout Girl.
members. No, I'm not even. But the band has multiple members. What if the band has always been one guy, and we've just been hallucinating all of them this entire time?
well, I would like to say that, boys, our delusion has great taste in music. I don't know if my music sounds like your music in your head, but I like my music.
Anyway,
I was supposed to make a point here, and
I don't know. You were going to say something about.
I don't know. We're going to move on. Anything we want to talk about before we move on to the rest of the show?
Sounds good to me.
There he goes.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to bring up.
I mean, Frankie got knocked down after 1v100ing for like an hour.
That was watching Frankie just get unloaded into, and he's just laying there, just like, why are we doing this?
Did you want him to keep going? What do you want from him?
No. I love that where it's like, what? I'm bulletproof. Now my question is Frankie still bulletproof only on the front of his body, or did he get fully?
Only his back is human.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still true.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's only the front.
That is post time skip. That is still the case.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if we ever fix that down the road. Like we just get to like
Probably
a second
not.
lab.
He's trying to
like,
hold on to a shred of his humanity.
Yeah, he's got a brain. He can keep that. Anyways, that was
Have
it.
you not heard of played Cyberpunk?
No, I haven't
He's
actually.
gonna get
Never want
he's gonna get cyber psychosis.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be incredible.
You know what? You know what's funny?
Can't go too crazy.
We were talking about Kyros for almost an hour, and I completely forgot I had a bunch of facts I wanted to spill out, so I'm gonna go run through them quickly. Kyros related ones. I doubt any of you remember it, but Kyros's whatchamacallit, his statue in the Colosseum, it reads, I don't know if this is all of it entirely, but at least in part, it reads Kyros, King of Gladiators, Pancratium. And Pancratium is a Greek martial art that combines boxing and wrestling, and it was unveiled in the first Olympic game back in like 643 BC. So that was kind of cool. What else did I write here? Oh, I think it has the rest of the inscription. It reads, "The man was a legend, the greatest gladiator in the history of Corrida Coliseum, Kyros. He fought 3,000 matches and won just as many victories, having only suffered a single blow from a sword in the span of his battle history." This is where he fought. So just bringing that back. That was kind of cool. Other quick little things. As a one-legged toy soldier, he is similar to the titular character of the fairy tale, the Steadfast Tin Soldier. I looked into it really quick. It's a story, like a really old fairy tale thing about a toy soldier who falls in love with a paper ballerina. So that sounds kind of cool. Other quick thing that maybe we didn't notice or didn't mention too much, but
Isn't that just the Nutcracker?
I don't think so. I think those are two different stories. But anyway, if we remember, his wanted poster doesn't have a reward on it. Like there's no monetary value. And as far as I know, he is the only person with a bounty poster like that. So that was cool.
Are you sure they just weren't too lazy? They were too lazy to animate numbers at the time?
I mean, I'm pretty sure this translates to the manga. I could be wrong, but I feel like they would mention that if it was anime only. Anyway, moving on. This is related to Rebecca. I think this is mentioned in SBS. Before settling on her final name, Oda had nearly 30 other options considered for Rebecca. Among those are Noir, Russian, Girasol, Violet, Akuria, Isbel,
Russian?
Don't ask questions. Isabel, Fabula, Laura, Helenia, I can't read Greek. Helianus, Helianthus. That's an awful name. Seneca,
That's probably why they didn't
Juvenalis,
choose that one.
Iris, Vineyard, Lambda, Amazonia, and Sharom. Some of these options were considered because they mean sunflower in different languages. Other names here would go on to be used for different characters, which Akira, I think, was used already by the other gladiator lady in the pit, or I think it's like kind of close to Gilia. Same thing. But yeah, that's it. Moving on to stuff for next week. Next week is 677 to 679 quotes, my dear friends.
Hey, stop that. I can't protect her against...
You son of a bitch.
Beautiful line. Goated.
You bitch.
Absolutely goated. Shout out to Barto, bro.
Shout out to Barto.
I can't stop emotional damage.
You can't stop psychic damage. Vicious mockery, super effective through barrier. Oh, I hate you.
Oh, come on. I haven't done one in like months.
I know.
He hasn't
I'm
said
just-
actual quote in like ever. He said noises, Luffy noises, monkey noises, insert here noises.
I know.
Oh,
So one
Just
of you
mad
wrote down
'cause it's the only
Usopp's
quote
quote,
I have.
right?
I didn't write it down. I didn't write anything down, but that one is quote worthy.
I have it
I'm not gonna-
written down if you're telling me that you don't.
I do not. I
I
didn't write
do
anything
not
down.
have it written down. So
All
if you
right,
have
so
it written
here's
down,
Usopp's
it's
quote.
yours.
My name, well, I cut off the first half because I didn't care about that part. My name is Usopp. Remember my name, Tontadas. If I die, build a statue of me beside Nolan's. I'm going to become your legendary hero now. Okay, bye. Hooray, Usopp is back.
I feel like I needed
Woohoo. All right.
the other parts to matter,
Fuck
but
you,
whatever.
Usopp.
Fuck you, Usopp.
I feel like we should really be mad at Oda here because why did we do this? Why did we regress his character? Also, why did we seemingly like get rid of his goal? It's like when he comes back, it's kind of cool because we're like, okay, he got past this shitty little speed bump. He's reaffirming, maybe remembering that he wants to be a brave warrior of the sea. That's not actually what's happening here, but I can huff some copium. But yeah, shame on
I'll
you,
give
Oda.
you a little bit of copium.
Shame on you,
I'll give you
Oda.
a little bit of copium, Justin.
I'll take it. I deserve it.
The giant, when he's in toy, he's like, Usaland, if you make this, I will serve you. So he might have a giant working for him in the future.
Plot thickens. But
However, scum.
Just.
well, imagine if
end on a
Brendan was
W.
here for this episode.
Oh, I mean, he'd be getting the business
Imagine.
too.
Give him the old 1-2
Yeah,
verbal leap.
he's still outnumbered here. He'd be getting the business.
I'm on the fence. Like I understand and agree with everything you guys have said, but I still kind of like Usopp.
I'm willing to bet that Brendan, while not as outraged as us, is on our side about this.
You know what? As long as he's on the right side of history.
Brendan wants to see Usopp succeed, and while Usopp has a moment, this is a large step back. No matter who you are, right? You have if you are so blinded that you are not a little
even.
upset. He didn't break even. He's still in the negative, as far as I'm concerned. He is still in the negative in this interaction. If you are so blinded by your love of Usopp that you don't see how much of a step backwards this is, you need to reevaluate yourself.
Agreed.
But
Okay,
anyway,
moving on to Golden
I can't
Ham.
wait for him to hear this.
with that in mind, who are we going to give the golden ham to?
It's Kyros, right?
I'm not. It's Kyros.
It's Kyros.
It's Kyros.
Okay.
Great.
I'm not
Love
giving
that
it to
for
the
him.
scum.
Well, no,
Kyros.
Usopp wasn't on the table. I just needed to know that we were all on the same page here.
I just want to make sure. I just want to make it very apparent.
Yes, yeah.
He doesn't even know.
No.
No, not even close.
I don't care how banger of a line it is. It was
Yeah.
folly.
You can't
Usopp
compete
hasn't
with the
cut off
Kyros
his own leg
backstory, bro.
yet.
Yeah. When Usopp cuts off his own
When
leg.
Usopp starts making parallels to Berserk, then we can vote for him for the golden ham. When does Guts pull out his slingshot?
he has a crossbow. He has a crossbow and a cannon.
Well, that's not a slingshot though.
Yeah, but if Usopp cuts off his arm and replaces it with a cannon and a slingshot.
All right, well, you two are trying to recover from your own joke over there. Moving on to fan mail. We got a letter or an email from Mystic here, and I'll read it as such. Hey, what are you wearing? LOL.
We gotta put a ban on this question. I'm tired of answering
Absolutely
this
not.
question.
I mean, you don't have to answer it right now. I think it's mostly it didn't feel serious. You know what I mean? They write. I was wondering, are
always
you guys
answer it.
going to watch the monster one shot they put out on Netflix? And to explain, well before One Piece was a thing, Oda wrote a one shot comic called Monsters, something 103 Damnations. I think I forgot the whole title, but essentially it is a quick story of Ryuma. You remember that samurai that Zoro fought on Thriller Bark, that zombie guy. It's a quick little one shot about his life and story or whatever. I mentioned it in passing. I think it'd be kind of cool to just do a quick episode about that little.
Well, you and Brendan and maybe Jordy have to check it for any potential spoilers.
I'll do it.
Mhm.
It's 26 minutes allegedly. I will go watch it probably tomorrow or something.
So it's like one episode?
Yeah,
Or is it like
I
a
was
movie?
also a little sad about that. I thought it'd be kind of cool to get like, because I know it's a one shot comic, so probably not that much content to flesh out from that. But you know, I think it would be kind of cool if we got like a whole series about Ryuma. He seems like a cool character.
Wait, question. So is it like 30 minutes or is it like an hour and a half?
No,
I feel like you can't really
it's like
tell.
a 30-minute episode, and that's it.
That's it.
I mean, there's only so much content you can make a show about.
It was just a one shot comic. It's basically it was almost no better than just like a series of cover stories put together.
I mean, if it's good and you vet it, sure, I'll watch it. But like he's a cool character. I could see where a potential for side little thing would be fun to watch. But like, I'm skeptical because it's only like 30 minutes. Like, how much can you tell? And like 3/4 of that is going to be just credits.
Hey, man, there's good. There could be good content there. Or you could
Surely
so much
they didn't fillerize this Netflix special.
Look at me in the face and say that.
I can't. We don't have face cams on.
Anyway, the
And
rest
also
of the
you're
email
hiding
reads.
your eyes behind the Doflamingo glasses.
Mystic, we'll get back to you on that one shot. We'll let you know when you see it uploaded, hopefully soon. Rest of the email reads, I love listening to the podcast every week and appreciate it as it always makes me laugh. When I tell you I fell over laughing when Christian called Sabo being alive and his reaction to him being alive.
Hell yeah.
I was literally dying with laughter. Keep it up, you guys, and I'm cheering for you all the way, so keep strong through the large amounts of filler and Dressrosa. Signed, Mystic.
Thank you, Mystic.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I enjoyed making those episodes for you.
I'm sad that I didn't make those
Me
ones.
too.
And I still
it
haven't
was
listened
funny.
to 'em.
I was listening through some old episodes around that same time period, and I don't remember exactly what was happening in these episodes. I need to go back and find them. But there was a time where I think Christian had another called it moment. It might have been on Punkazard or something. I don't remember. It might have been further back. But Christian had another called it moment, or it was about to come up. And Christian said, man, I wish Devin was here to like gloat with me. And then we fast forward to the Sabo reveal. And once again, we're like, wow, we wish Devin was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what I think about it, it
Mhm.
might have been a similar thing where like Christian was like, man, I wish Devin was here to like make this bet with me about Sabo being alive. I don't know. I gotta go remember which episode I listened to, but I remember
Gotta
that
get the
happening.
receipts.
Yeah, I gotta get the receipt.
Yeah, go get them receipts.
It was good times. Very funny. But yeah, moving on to Patreon shoutouts. Shout out to Twigo and Easy Life. Shout out to y'all.
Easy.
Shout out to our producers, gang.
Thanks, guys. We love you.
Quickly
Mwah.
moving on to our Garb Gab. Who got the Garb?
Gab.
Who got the Garb? Who got the Gab? I give the Gab Garb.
All right.
That-
I've got the gab.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry, I've got the gab. You might hear some clanking noises. That's because I've filled it with hot sauce bottles. And
Okay.
in order to figure out what gab we're doing for this garb, you're gonna have to shotgun an entire hot sauce bottle because I put the little piece of paper at the bottom of each of these bottles.
That must have taken forever because those things, those tops are hard to get off.
Yeah, it did. It was not fun. And then I had to laminate the papers too so that they didn't just like sog up and become absorbed by the hot sauce. It was a whole thing. But you know what? It'll be worth it when one of you shotguns the atomic
so let
bomb
me get this
sauce.
straight. Is there only one piece of paper, laminated paper, in any one of these bottles, or does each bottle have its own?
Oh no!
paper?
Each bottle has one of the garb gabs on it.
Oh,
so you
I got scared.
No. You weren't gonna have to shotgun like 6 of them to find the one that had the paper in it. It works on normal garb gab rules where everything in the bag, or excuse me, the gab has a thing written on it. You just have to hope you don't get one that's gonna make you shit liquid for the next 3 days.
Okay. Just had to make sure I got that clarification down.
So whose spice tolerance is feeling up to the task?
Surely it's Devin, right? Like, you're the spice master over here.
Spice master? Question?
But Devin's
I'm white.
Devin's white.
I mean, Christian's also white, and he takes spice, right, Christian?
Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy myself some spice, but like...
But you're the Spanish guy.
Yeah.
I'm Puerto Rican. We know
Just
exactly do a whole lot of spicy. We're not, like, known for spicy
More
the way,
than
like...
my English.
Yeah, well, you know...
It's more than the ketchup I put on my bacon, egg, and cheese every morning, so...
I'm not talking myself out of this, am I?
No, put your
No.
hand in the bag already.
Throw into that landmine. This is the click.
Fuck.
Click,
All right.
click, boom!
All right.
I can't wait for Justin to say, "Pika."
I'm gonna grab this random bottle. It's black label. There's no words on it. That makes me kind of scared.
Oh,
I
no.
think there's a skull and crossbones on here. That can't be good. Unless it stands for
I
pirates.
think I recognize that brand.
yeah, you got the pirate sauce.
All right.
Mhm.
I hope
Christian,
it
what the fuck
has
is that
vitamin
doing
C
in
so
that
it can help fight off scurvy.
I thought it would be funny.
All right. Here goes nothing. Good thing's a tiny bottle. It's like a little like baby Cholula.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, like when you put a little
Oh my God,
keychain
it's a
on.
Well, he died.
Well, I mean, he was a
So-
trooper. He got to the bottom of the bottle at least.
What does this say? Ow! Even the paper's hot. It says on there, career day and stitch fruit.
All right. Stitch for anyone who may have also just realized like a week or two ago, like Justin, that's Leo's fruit. Leo the little tontata and his stitch fruit. So
So to make this more interesting, I think none of us are allowed to say seamstress.
well,
Okay?
yeah, I mean,
'Cause
I
that's
wasn't
too
gonna.
fucking easy.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna.
Right. So I just want to make that clear. We got to think outside of the box.
Yeah.
I wanted to read a little blurb from the wiki about like just getting a little bit better understanding of like I guess the strength and weaknesses of the strings itself, and I need to go find it real quick. In terms of strength of the string, it can apparently hold marine battleships together, and it can also be used
What?
on steel.
That I kind of figured it could. I kind of figured that
I
it would
figured
be
you
able
could
to
stitch
stitch anything because magic rules, but strong enough to keep giant boats together. That's pretty good.
But also, it doesn't seem to have any particular weakness where like literally anybody can undo the stitching. So like,
So there's no what's that tool that they use in seamstress
The needle.
where they cut not the needle, the other one. The one where it's like meant for like removing like stitches.
Oh, I don't know the name of that.
You know what I'm talking about though. It's like the pokey stick with like the little ball also coming off of it.
can't say I'm familiar with stitching tools.
The shanker. I'll just call it the shanker.
Sure.
It's a really good shank.
Yeah, so this is a weird one. So what I'm thinking of the rules are here from what I just read. The string itself is super strong and can hold anything together, but is susceptible to like cutting, maybe? There has to be an instance of someone undoing the stitching.
It sounds relatively like
Is
on
Leo
brand.
Doflamingo's true counter?
We sure wish he
No,
was.
they just no. Why would that make him his counter?
String.
He's going to take his
But
string and then
they're
use it
both
for his
string.
own power.
Justin gets it.
I don't. It's not really how it works. I think
You don't know.
it seems like if you wanted to pull out any weakness from this devil fruit, it would be that Leo has exclusively used it with. Like he has always used needles. Like you
I
always
think that
need
is true. I
needles
think it's
to do
always
it.
needed a needle to be used.
So I'm going to limit my own limitation, which is whatever he stitches it to doesn't make a perfect seal, right? So he can't be a welder.
Okay.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But we could do welding adjacent.
I want to
Hmm.
believe that like this power gives you like what would essentially be like the duct tape fruit, but like a step up. So like you can fix anything with enough duct tape, all right?
So well.
Now if you have the stitch fruit,
yes.
you could definitely fix even more. Even
I think
better.
Devin, you could still apply it to metalworking if
Well,
you
but-
just
but, yeah.
if you just
I was saying, like, for example, like no fluids could work. Like you couldn't stitch you couldn't be a plumber, for example.
I mean,
you couldn't stitch two pipes together.
If you tighten if you tighten the stitches like close enough together, like you really get down to the nitty gritty and make them really close to each other, it would be damn near airtight, if not actually airtight or watertight. You would need extra fine needles, but I think it'd be possible.
I think at best it would be 99% sealed. I don't think it would ever be
1% margin for error.
He's the hand sanitizer of plumbers.
Yeah, he's the hand sanitizer. I'll make sure that leak drops
99.99% of the time. It is cleaner.
But obviously, like that would work. But now, that you mentioned, he's the duct tape of the powers. It's like, oh my god, he could just be a handyman. Like, oh, your porch fell off somehow. Stitch, and there it is.
Yeah, he can sell himself as they can sell themselves as the person who fixes anything.
He could be Billy Mays.
Yes.
I saw this.
Yes. Yes.
And with the power of stitch anything.
I want to add to this thought we're having. Did you guys hear about, this came out a couple of days ago. Did you hear about Jennifer Lopez being one of the lead producers for a Bob the Builder movie?
What?
Yes, I did hear
what
about
world
that.
are we living in?
I have the exact same reaction to you. We can get that off the cast. But my man can be Bob the Builder. We can fix anything.
Yeah. So on a level that specializes the power slightly more than just saying they can fix anything. Mm-hmm. One of my immediate thoughts was a person who refurbishes books or even makes them in the first place.
Oh, so like special covers or whatever.
Yeah, like they take covers and rethread them. Like you take a hardcover book
where
and
they fix the spine.
Yeah, that's mostly what I'm getting at here. Where
a refurbisher, that's what it is, book refurbisher.
Yeah, where they specialize, and because they have this, you get the extra fine needles, and they're just really good at, and it's for basically forever at that point. These aren't standard threads anymore. This is stitch thread. So now this book is going to last millennia. It's going to
people who like to break the spines hate him.
Spine benders hate him.
Spine benders.
Let's be real. If Robin's reading a book, she's breaking the spine of the book. We've seen her break spines of people. Books are no different.
I don't know. She looks like she cares about her books. Robin's a book respecter.
But that's the thing with the book community. It's like some people see that as like, got it. That's a good, really enjoying a book is the moment when you first crack it open. Then there's the other people who are like, no, it must be pristine. I think she's the one that loves that smell.
I mean, I agree with that.
So I think she's a backbreak.
In more ways than one, apparently.
You make a compelling argument by saying that she also breaks people's backs. So why would books be any different? But she respects knowledge. So I'm led to believe that she would respect books a little bit more.
Breaking the spine of a book doesn't necessarily damage the enjoyment of the knowledge in the book.
Yeah,
we're getting off topic.
Well,
you say we. It was you. You did this.
You guys have any more stitch ideas?
I'm trying to think a little more specialized, and if I could stitch anything together, what kind of job what could I do real good?
Therapy.
Okay, well, what are you talking about?
Gotta stitch your life back together, baby.
You can't. As far as we know, you can only stitch physical things. You can't.
Okay,
wait, they could be a surgeon.
Yeah, I was gonna think that too. I was like, you could have the perfect stitches.
But however, you would never be able to reoperate unless you are that person.
Well, that's great for you because then you have job security.
Right, and it's good for the patient because then there's no chance of the stitch reopening.
What if you can change the stitches? Like, what if you can make them dissolvable stitches?
True. I think, weirdly enough, the fire truck doctor answer is actually working out in favor.
Fire truck doctor answer?
It's the joke that we made that.
They're like fireman police officer.
Yeah. Now we just got into the doctor field.
Yeah, Dr. does kind of fall into that too, but
I know this is not exactly a job and rather morbid, but I can't help but think
mortician.
Not exactly. Although now she mentioned that too. But I was just thinking about like basically this person is just Dr. Hogback, where you could just make zombies. Just play
Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, just play freaking jigsaw puzzle with human body parts or whatever.
Jesus, man. Yeah, you're right. Not a job.
More like a hobby / obsession.
Yeah, an invite to the psych ward, more like. All right.
That's where the
Good talk.
therapist.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Exhausted all our options.
Yeah, I think we may have overstayed our welcome on the Stitch fruit. So I'm gonna move us on now, where Devin closes this show out by doing the thing.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Panda Sightings. You could stitch us in in our emails and yell at us at pandasightings@gmail.com. You could also take go to Twitter, pandasightings@gmail.com. We also got links down below for Discord, that thing that we all hang out in, vibe in, watch movies sometimes, the works. And there's some things that you could do, like buying stickers through redbubble.com. It's in the links all down there. You'll see them all. They're all real fancy and pretty. We put a lot of effort into it. So do it. Fuck!
We're on YouTube now. Follow us on YouTube and Instagram.
Oh, we're on YouTube. Wait, we're on YouTube? Oh, that's right. We are on YouTube.
Yes.
Is it at Panda Sightings as well still?
Yes, it does.
Or / Panda Sightings?
Yes.
It has both our podcasts.
I need a
Cool.
list. Yeah. And if you came from YouTube, let us know.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Facts.
But thank you.
That's one of the things I'm curious about. If you are now listening to us from YouTube, let us know. Send us an email. That would be cool. I want to know if it's actually doing stuff.
Me too.
All right.
I love you.
Good talk. Good job, everybody.
So how
Now
every week.
So berserk.
Oh, okay.
We're
Well,
not talking about that. But every week, there's always something morbid or just something awful happening to one of us. If it's not the bit, it's the grab bag. Well, I just got double whammy today. So that's a new record, right? I stepped on a
you got blown to
landmine
pieces by a landmine.
and then also got blown up from the inside.
Yeah, and you're going to be shitting your guts out for the next 2 to 3 business weeks.
Don't say the G word. You're going to get devastated.
Oh, shit. You're right. Oh, no.
G word?
Oh, he didn't recognize it. Quick. End the podcast before he realizes I said the G word.
Go, go, go,
What's
go,
the
go.
G word?
Go, go, go.
What is the G word?